What's up, everybody? It's your boy DK Bones with another James Bond review. This time it's Die Another Day, which was released in the theaters in 2002. Uh, it was produced by Ian Productions and was directed by Lee Tamahori. Tamahori, produced by Michael G. Wilson, Barbara Broccoli, and written by Neil Purvis and Robert Wade. It is the fourth and final film starring Pierce Brosnan as James Bond. It was the only to feature John Cleese as Q, and it was the last to see Samantha Bond as Miss Moneypenny. It is also the first film since Live and Let Die to not feature Desmond Llewellyn as Q, as he died 3 years earlier. Halle Berry co-starred as NSA agent as Jinx in the film. Bond attempts to locate a traitor in the British intelligence who betrayed him, and a British billionaire who is later revealed to be connected to a North Korean operative who Bond seemingly killed. In its original, although it takes influence from Bond creator Ian Fleming's novels Moonraker, The Man with the Golden Gun, and as well as King's Amos novel Cohen's Son, the Colonel's Son. Excuse me. The title song was performed by Madonna. Die Another Day was released on November 20th, 2002, internationally by 20th Century Fox, and came out the 22nd in the U.S. by MGM, a distributing company under MGM Studios. Marks James Bond's 40th anniversary. The film includes references to each of the preceding films, which was cool. It did a lot of throwbacks. It received mixed reviews from critics who praised the director's direction, but criticized the reliance on CGI, product placement, the story, and the villain. Nevertheless, the film was a box office success with a grossing of $432 million worldwide, becoming the sixth highest grossing film of 2002. Its budget was $142 million, and then that ended. The next Bond film wouldn't be until 2006. For the most part, I thought a lot of action in this movie. The plot was kind of shaky because, like I said, the villain was kind of weak. He did have a henchman, which was pretty cool, Zhao. He had diamonds on his face. Halle Berry she was good, but the villain, he seemed not as sinister as some of the other previous Bond villains. He went from being Korean, and then the little changeover face of making him this white male from Iceland was kind of phony. But again, the action from beginning to end was cool. In the beginning, they had when Bond was captured by North Korea, he aged through the title song, seeing him getting tortured. But it was different to see Bond being aged that way. I think it played well because Pierce Brosnan was getting old playing Bond, but it helped show that he was in prison for and being tortured for I don't know how long. But it was a decent movie. I give it an 8. Again, a lot of action. They brought up the CGI. The CGI wasn't that great. One scene in particular where he is falling off a cliff in the ice, and he falls into the water and has a parachute, and he uses the one thing as a I guess a surfboard, but the CGI of the water and the icebergs were horrendous. Even back then, it was bad. Um, but for the most part, I mean, and then yeah, the villain was kind of cheesy, using the suit that was kind of cheesy, CGI and that. There was a lot of bad CGI in this movie. I think they didn't stick to what they originally. Most of the time, they used models and stuff like that, and I think they were trying to venture into what everybody else was doing. And I think when Casino Royale came out, they were trying to stay away from that and do more live action, like predecessor Bond movies were. Um, yeah, he wasn't a good villain at all. Um, like, yeah, you can see the CGI; it's terrible. But yeah, like most of the Bond movies, their locations were cool. Uh, the, the females, Bond women were gorgeous as usual. I mean, who doesn't love Halle Berry? Again, the action scenes were cool. Judi Dench was good. Even John Cleese, he played, even though it was his only single role as Q, he was with Woody as his predecessor who played Q. But I think internationally, a lot of people didn't like the whole thing about North Korea. Um, but yeah, that's my take on Bond. And then also, I think the next 5 Bond films, I think, aren't, to me, in my opinion, in my head, they're not part of the first 20 Bond films, because you'll see that Casino Royale all the way up to Die Another Day. He starts out as an agent, and I'll speak more on that in the next video. But I think this was the last of the original Bonds movies. But a lot of action. Pierce Brosnan was good. Halle Berry was good. CGI was terrible. Um, he was kind of corny. But yeah, that's my take. Anyways, you let me know what you think um, about my review and about Die Another Day. And again, all these movies, all these Bond movies are on Amazon right now to stream. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can stream them for free. I think they still have, depending on what level you have, I think you have to. Oh, and then the car, Aston Martin brought the Aston Martin back for this movie, and they called it the Vanquish. Um, yeah, it was pretty awesome. I forgot to mention that the vehicles in this movie, the Jaguar, and I think they had a prototype Thunderbird, which they brought out. Um, yeah, the vehicles in this movie were on time. Anyways, this is my review. Uh, please hit that like, subscribe, share. Let me know how I'm doing. And then, like always, everyone stay